It's Jordan from the Mulliganbrothers, and today's interview is with Viddal Riley, a professional boxer, but also known in the YouTube world as KSI's coach and a future world champion. Today's interview was brought to you by Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now buy the hardest worker in the room t-shirts, which help support film and direct projects like this. You could also become a YouTube member with the join button down below.
I remember working at Nighttime, Oxford Circus, and my manager at the time drove to my house and picked me up on Boxing Day to make sure I came into work. And I just thought, I can't live like this. Like, I have to, pulling up outside my house to drag me into the store to give other people items, and I'm just thought, I don't want this. I don't want to feel that pressure. I don't want anyone to make me feel like this is what there's pressure in life anyway, no matter what you do. But I don't like it in that way. You know, I don't want someone to tell me, oh yeah, you only can have this many days off. Do you know what I mean? What I do for my closest people to me to escape that. That's what really keeps me going. It's not about me per se. It's about the people around me all having that freedom and everyone being able to live that life. Whether it's my dad, whether it's my cameraman, whether it's my physio. I just want everyone to have those choices and those options. And they all have similar personalities to me in that way. We'll be even better when we achieve that. No one's gonna rest on their laurels and be like, yeah, we have the right to be lazy now. Everyone will further excel because they have that freedom. And that's what we work for, and that's why we're striving so hard. And honestly, that's my motivation, is to get everyone living the life they want to live, because we're already hard workers. It's not about us we don't want to work hard. We just want to work hard for us. We just want to work hard and really reap the fruits of our labor. And that's really what the journey is about.
Early days, was there a moment you can remember that you fell in love with the sport, like a click moment?
Yeah, I think winning my first national title and my first Great Britain title, I think I fell in love with the success of it too much, because the following year led to my first defeat. And my dad always said, yo, you win the schoolboys, which is the national championships. I won my first national championships at 12 years old. And he said, you'll win them. And I believed him, but you know, as it was going along and I was detonating, stop one guy, stop another guy, then I actually win it. Then I win the Great Britain Championships. I'm like, well, you said I'm going to win it. I won it, and it wasn't even that hard. And I'll be honest, it wasn't that hard. And then he said to me, but there's a guy in a couple weights below you. You got to watch out for him because he's similar to you. He's good. He knows what he's doing. I thought, you just see, I just done this easy. I have nothing to worry about. And you know how complacency comes up to get you. But I'd say I fell in love with the success. I wouldn't say I fell in love with boxing, but I fell in love with the pats on the back and people saying, oh, you're the best in the country, like you're the best in Great Britain. I'm like 12 years old. I'm thinking I'm the best in the country. Like, I can't believe it. Like, my dad's been saying it, it's here. And I just kind of settled into it and fell in love with that. But then when I lost, I guess the love went straight away. I said, yeah, maybe this thing isn't as sweet as I thought it was, because everyone turns their back on you when you lose. But it's like what we were saying off camera earlier about the amateurs. What do you learn from that? It's not all about in the ring. It's also learning how to deal with those things, dealing with people patting you when you're winning and then turning away from you when you lose, and then you can turn up to certain things before and everyone's happy, and then you just become your second best now. So second best, you might in boxing, there's only two guys in the ring, you're lost. So yeah, the first time I fell in love was when I was 12, and then fell out of love with it a year later.
It's funny, I see on, I was watching some of your YouTube stuff as well, and there's a mindset a strong mindset to like achieve and succeed. Like, where do you think that comes from?
Again, I think
always had
subconscious. I think it's subconscious. I watch my parents, they both work hard. You know what I mean? They both worked hard. No one's lounging around. No one's like waiting for anything to come to them. Dad's up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. By the time I goes to school, he's already long gone already to work. I'm thinking, okay, So you get used to just seeing these things. My mum, she'll go work, she'll go to another work, she'll go to another job. She's working. So you just get used to seeing the work. No one's just waiting for things to come to them. So I think it's just subconscious. It's installed into me. If you want to get something, you want a new pair of trainers, you better get a job. You want to wear designer clothes, you better do overtime. Don't ask. It's not about asking and being in debt to others. It's about going out there, grinding. If you want to get something, put extra in. You want extra gifts, you do extra work. And I feel like I saw that growing up, and it's just in me to this day.
Seeing your dad speak to you today,
yeah.
And there must have been some moments where he's giving you them lessons, there must be something that sticks out that you remember.
I'd say one that changed my life was I lost my final amateur fight and was driving back from up north, and he said to me, "You got to really look at what you're doing now." He said, and at this time, I just lost, so I'm really in that place where I'm like, I don't want to hear criticism, I don't want to hear anything, I just want to be upset by myself. And he said, look, you got to turn pro now, or you really gonna have to put your foot down if you want to get out of boxing what you want to get out of it. And sometimes that was the first time in my life where when he was giving me one of those speeches, I knew he wasn't exaggerating. Like, I was old enough to realize he's right, he's actually right. Like, it is kind of a make or break. It's not a make or, obviously I could go and box, I could have more amateur fights if I wanted to, but to achieve what we want to achieve and to stay on the trajectory of progression that we're used to operating on, he's like, you gotta make your decision now. You gotta really knuckle down here, or you gotta turn pro and continue and do what you said you wanted to do from when you was a child. And when he had that speech with me, even when I was laying in bed when I got home, I thought, he's right. I can't pretend, I can't act like I didn't hear it. I gotta know what I'm doing. And I say, from that conversation to present day, that's when I've really moved forward. And that's where I've really progressed and taken the sport seriously. And yeah.
What does that look like day to day?
Film, watching, you know what it is? It's watching things when you don't want to watch it. I feel like that's the most important thing. Like, sometimes there's always options. There's always something else to do. I believe that. There's always something else to do. But it's choosing to say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay and watch this fight. Or I don't want to run today, but I'm going to run, and I'm going to run the best I can run. Or like today, I feel tired. It's not about, but you got responsibilities. We agreed, we're going to come down, we're going to shoot this, we're going to do this. We're coming down, we're going to do it, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I feel like that's why I'm going to be one of the best, because I do things now when I don't necessarily want to do them. And before, I would only do it when I want to do it. But that's just how you become average. So I said to myself, it's about grinding when you don't want to grind. It's about getting up when you don't want to get up. Traveling up and down the country when you don't necessarily want to travel up and down. And my team do it with me. And that's why I know I got the best team around me. Whether it's my cameraman, whether it's my strength conditioning coach. My strength conditioning coach got up at 4:30 in the morning yesterday and still came all the way to Stoke with me and got back at 11 p.m. just to make sure that he was there for me. And I want to be lazy. I can't. I feel guilty. I feel like you're putting yourself out, and I can't even put myself out for myself. I can't operate that way, and that's why I'm so glad I'm fortunate to have the team I have, because it really makes me realize, like, yeah, I'm in the right place, and everyone's pushing. Everyone wants it as much as I want it, and that keeps me going.
It was such an amazing experience to see him box. A lot of us know him from the YouTube world, so maybe we watch his YouTube videos with KSI, his videos on people like Jake Paul, and we've seen these videos, but what we sometimes forget is how skilled of a professional boxer he is, and that is actually his forte and what he's good at. So him to say he's going to be future world champ, for me, was super exciting. Guys, this whole video was made possible through Mulliganbrothers.com and everybody who's become a member and helped support us and subscribes to the channel, hits the notification bell. None of this can happen without you guys. So I just want to say a massive thank you. If you do want to support us, the link to the website is down below, where you can buy the hardest work in the room t-shirts. Do not buy these t-shirts if you're going to be in the room and there's someone else working hard on you. It is not allowed. Guys, go follow me on Instagram, @JordanMulliganBrother. Hope you gained something from it. Comment down below what was the best thing you got from this interview. Have a blessed and productive day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.